Hi, I'm Sam Flying Kite, and this is episode 1 of the Madden franchise. I would go and have some fancy smancy intro like Kevin O'Connell hasn't brought the Vikings to a Super Bowl, so he got fired, and this guy replaced him, Flying Kite, whatever, something stupid like that. But I couldn't figure the right thing out. Plus, I didn't want to go over the top like that for something simple like this. Maybe, uh, Maybe a year or two it could be more cinematic, but this is the first episode in which we'll be going over the free agency and the draft for this upcoming season. Of course, I do have it so that Kevin O'Connell got fired because you're 0-2 in the that was the right thing. You're 0-2 in the playoffs, so you gotta get out of here. You gotta bring us, to the Super Bowl. But he has a problem with that. So this is the new coach. Almost looks just like me, except I shaved recently. So, I suppose not completely, but apart from that, this is me. And maybe apart from the shoes too, but anyway. So, that's the user, and I'm gonna. I'm not gonna start using my abilities quite yet, but after the draft, once I have, settled what my team is, then I'll start getting abilities, which I'd probably be getting some of like the training abilities, like this or that. Just depends, I suppose, on who I draft. I am not a fan of where the Vikings are cap wise, because sure they're 42 million right now, but next week, assuming after the Super Bowl, which in this sim they have the Seahawks still winning, so that's pretty cool. That's still realistic. But now I only have 1 million, so we're gonna have to we're gonna have to let almost everyone go that is already gonna be going, unless I cut or trade. I can't trade right now, unless I cut some other players. So that's a bit of a problem. But right now we're at 18, and it has us drafting an edge. I'm not really sure if this is who I'm gonna draft or not, but that's what the mocks say. So let's look at our team salaries to start kind of thinking of, okay. So Wentz is gonna be gone, Wolford's gonna be gone, and Rypien's gonna be gone. I'm completely fine with that. With like maybe I would want to bring Wentz back because he could be a mentor, but he's not. So I just let him go. That should be all right. But Brosmer's probably gonna go. I might just cut him and then make sure I sign a mentor, just so that, not that, because I'm probably gonna have JJ start unless I draft someone in the draft right now. But I don't think I'm gonna draft a quarterback unless I just see the right option. Um, Jordan Mason would be a nice one because he's 5 million. I'd be getting like 4 million from him, but in the same time, he's still a nice, solid running back to have and whatnot. Oh, and I guess in this one, Aaron Jones retired, so I kind of have to keep him now. Chandler's gonna be gone, and Scott's gonna be gone, which I'm relatively fine with. And this guy's still here, but I'm sure he's totally what I want in a running back, which is size and speed. But he's got neither. Not what I'm really looking for. So that kind of sucks. He's retiring, or not retiring, but he's leaving. So that kind of sucks. Naylor's gone, and well, Rondell Morris still, in here. It's unfortunate that I'm pretty sure he died in real life. So that's it's kind of interesting, seeing him still in Madden. Like, oh, he's still alive in Madden. That's always interesting. But Jalen Naylor's gonna be gone, and this is the last year or the second to last year if I take up his fifth year option of Jordan Addison. So I don't really know if I should, bring him back or whatever, because he's an 84, maybe about to be 85 overall, right? I'm sure he's pretty good, but I still have Jefferson for like 3 years. So he might be a trade candidate, but I'm not too sure quite yet. Because he's really cheap right now, but, I probably could get some draft picks from him. But I still have Ty Felton, who's relatively fast, but, not crazy fast. And he's still here for 3 years. And Miles Price, who's, cool, but, like, I'm going to have to draft a receiver this year for sure, regardless of what I do. And I'm going to have to probably draft a tight end as well, because, like, sure, he's leaving, and the other ones are here for 2 or 3 years, but, like, my best tight ends is 29-year-old 83 overall, and the next one is a 29-year-old 73. And the youngest guy is either 64 overall or 60 overall, so that kind of sucks a bit. We might have to draft a tight end as well, but I'm not sure. What? We could always sign guys, but I have to make sure people I cut are gonna be gone, or not. People I cut are people that I'm getting a lot of money out of. So like Ryan Kelly is still here, so that's good. But then it's like, well, I would get 5 million if I let him go, so that's just something to think about. I think O'Neal, I might let him go because that's a big. I would get like 14 million from him, and that would be good to have. I might trade Grenard because I would get 11 million. Well, no, my bad. I'd get 9 million. Can't really do anything about him, but he is probably not coming back next season. I'm trading him. I'm going to trade him. And it's good that he's still here, and he's still pretty good too, so that's not bad, but, the end of the day, he's 31 years old, so we're gonna have to figure that out. The thing that really sucks is he's pretty solid. He's also 27, so he's not gonna, get any better, but he's still a nice, you know, in his prime guy to have, but he's gonna be going unless we figure something out cap-wise. He's gone, but he's not like he's any crazy great player. He had a really good season in real life, but Madden, he's kind of like a bridge, and it's cool, but like I need better stuff. And I, you know, 25-year-old, 77 overall, but he's like 5'11, so it's not really what I'm looking for in a will. And then corner room, it's crazy tough voice because like I would want to trade him, but I can't. I might trade him. It's like I could trade him, but I'm going to be negative in my cap, and that just would not be good. Plus, he's still really good. So, I'd probably just keep him, and then maybe trade him next season if I get a lot of savings back. But yeah, it's not a lot of people I'm going to be letting go. And Harrison Smith is still returning, so that's good. But he's really old, so we're going to have to probably draft a strong safety or whatnot this year, or a free safety to, replace him. So there's not a lot of opportunity cutting wise. Like, Hawkinson's not a great cut candidate, but he is a good trade candidate, which I might do. But not a lot of great options in getting cap right now, except for probably these three players, and then everyone else is not really. Except for like maybe Ryan Kelly and Blake Cashman, but I still really like them in their respected positions. So I'm fine with keeping them, at least for another year, but and maybe Isaiah Rodgers, but at that point it's like I only get a couple million out of it. And then Jordan Mason's the only good running back right now on the team. So I can't really do much about that. So it'd be these three, which I am cutting Hargrave. So got 9 million back, roughly. And then it's, do I want to get rid of O'Neal? Because he's still really good, but he has a year left, and I think I would rather trade him than cut him. And the same thing with Grenard. I'd rather trade than cut. And then I'd probably trade Hawkinson too. No, there's not like a whole. I can't really cut them, or like I really shouldn't cut them because I cut him, he's just gonna be picked up by some team, and you know, if I could get something out of him, I'd rather do that, which I should. But yeah, I guess that's all I'm cutting right now. So let's next week to the last opportunity to bring my players back that are leaving. I would be losing 22 players. I don't know if I want to accept that because that's a lot of money for an 85 overall. But I don't even know how he's gonna. I don't even know how he's gonna be doing this year, especially if I draft a wide receiver. So I think I probably won't accept it, but I'll probably trade him next season or preseason. It'd be something I'll do in the preseason. I could bring I can bring him back and he probably would come back, but that's basically that money. Now sure, I'll be getting money from the other guys I trade, but yeah, this is a bit tough. And it's like I like him a bit for his speed, but he's not gonna, get any better, so it's fine to let him go. And the same with all the rest of these guys that are younger, or kind of younger anyway. But yeah, like none of these guys really want to come back. And like, sure, you want to come back, but I don't want to bring him back. He would want to come back, but I think I would rather kind of just like draft a tight end or a fullback and it's a younger guy, so kind of just restart at the fullback position instead of just staying at a 75 overall. And I'll probably just draft a punter. So the only player that I might bring back would be this guy, but he's 6'2", he's less than 300 pounds, and he's not really gonna get any better. Or not really anyway. Like maybe he'll get a tiny bit better, but he has to like. Mm, I mean, He'd be a fast guy, and he's right close to being a speed rusher guy. So I mean, maybe I'll keep him, but it's it's tough. I'll bring it back. I can afford it. I'll bring him back 3 years, 13, 14, and 15 a year. Well, technically it's a little more, but we'll offer him this, and if he doesn't want this, then good luck somewhere else. But I think he'll take it. Yep. So he's back. He could still be good, but there's like other sims where I'd do like offense only, and he would be like the starting defensive tackle, and he would get like a lot of sacks. So I mean, maybe he could like get good, but we'll wait and see. I'm not gonna give him that. So I'm not gonna worry about those things. All right, so that's that. I'm gonna be letting 21 players or 20 players walk into free agency, and good luck to all of them. We have 2 million. It is now time to trade Grenard and probably O'Neal, and the team's gonna, overall gonna suffer a bit, but cap-wise we'll be in a pretty good place. It's always tough to do something like this, but sometimes you gotta bite the bullet when you're in a early state rather than, oh look, we're in a great place now. So, these options aren't like crazy, but but yeah, I mean, I kind of like this because I feel like he still has a couple of years left on his contract and he's pretty solid. And by the time it is contract time, he might be able to get, you know, we might be able to pay him. Because I don't know if I would pay Addison if I were to keep him, just because I'm still trying to get my money built up. So I don't really like the player options that much. Like there's him, and then like that's interesting, but he's still like 22 and he's still 74 overall, and I would rather like this. So this is kind of interesting. And isn't he like really fast? Because if he is really fast, then I actually might do this. I might do this. 87, 97 speed, 95 excel, 88 agility, um, 91 change of direction. So those are pretty solid things to have. And he's 23 with, I imagine, 2-3 years left ultimately, depending on where is he? Oh, there he is. 2 years left, and I think he was a first round pick, so that means yeah, I like this. Except I would like to try to get their first instead, but they don't have a first. But oh, okay, they're trying to trade me that pick. No. Let's see if this works. The classic strat of giving them your seventh when it's like almost there. There you go. Brian O'Neill and one of our seventh round picks this draft for Bryant Thomas Jr. and their second and third of this draft. So that's a pretty good trade. And then I get some money back. So that's good. And then I'm gonna trade Grenard. Plus, trading like Grenard definitely opens it up more for, say, Dallas Turner. So that would be good. Some of these are kind of interesting because like he's 26, 6 million, 83 overall. He would, him right next to Cashman. That would be pretty cool. But honestly, I'm kind of more looking right now. I'm more looking for picks than players, unless it's like a crazy player. So I feel like the Browns or Chargers again would offer me the most, but I would probably just trade with the Browns, so it's a bit different. Maybe the Titans, but let's see what the Browns have to offer on their team. Because I like picks, and I want picks. I'd probably want that, and maybe that, but I don't know if they would give me this. Yeah, and I don't know if they would just give me this. That's fine. I'll just trade for their second and a fourth, which is better than the real life trade when we traded Grenard to the Eagles. I think we only got like a third out of it. So maybe we should have traded with the Browns instead, because we would have got more out of it, or maybe better out of it. But now we're starting to get our money back, and I don't know if I'm gonna sign anyone this free agency, but I certainly can if I want to. And then trade Hawkinson to get 10 million back, I think. This is gonna be more of the harder one because he's not that great. So like, I could trade. When I was gonna trade Grenard, he was still an option for the Grenard trade, but now he's still an option for the Hawkinson trade. It's like that's definitely something I might think about. Except I think he might be on 1 or 2 years left, and I don't know if I would bring him back because I'm viewing the cornerback position as a kind of whatever thing right now. But like in a 2-3 years from now, if this franchise is still kicking, that's when I would probably try to trade for corners that just got paid like 10 million or whatever, and they're like 80, 85 overall, something as such anyway. But that's interesting. But I don't think I'll do that. I think I'd rather just look for who's gonna give me the most, and then just try to get like draft picks from it. But also, like, do I want to face him again this season? I should have thought about that with the other ones, but I don't think I'd have to worry about them. They're AFC teams. So I'll trade with the Jets. Send him over there. And hope he does good because he probably will not. But like the Jets are going to be pretty good in a couple of years unless they suck still. Ooh, look at that. 3 first-round picks next season. And they have 2 this season. I will trade for a 4th, a 6th. I probably could trade for that second. Maybe I could trade for it. Yeah, but it's like, I don't know if I need that. I haven't really looked at, the scouting for this year. Of course, I just like started this. So I think I'd rather just trade for like maybe a future pick, so maybe their future second round pick, and then maybe a this year sixth round pick. I think that should work. Yep, I'm fine with that because we get 10 million back, and now we have 38 million to play with in free agency if I so choose to. And not a lot of great options right now, especially options that would want to come here anyway. I think that would be interesting, kind of, but like I already got a Jordan Mason. So players who would want to be here, I might just, well, that's kind of interesting, or that one, but he's younger, but he's taller and a bit faster, but yeah, he's cheaper, so we'll probably just sign him, and he would be like a slot guy or something, maybe, and here for a year. I think that should work out. That should be a good opportunity for him, and he probably will come on, so that'd be good. Quarterbacks, dude, that's just crazy. I don't think anyone's going to be signing them too. Well, actually, someone's going to sign him, but they're overpaying the crap for him. But I want a super old guy because I need a mentor for my young QB or QB I draft. So I might just pick up, I think I'll just pick him up then because, or Gino, but Gino doesn't want to be here and Russell kind of does. So I think I'll just pick Russell up. Yeah, I'm sure he will come on. Not a lot of great running back options. Oh, but then there's like, well, he's a really good option, but he doesn't want to be here. So we would probably have to overpay a bit, but he is pretty good. And then I might draft a guy. We'll pick him up, and I think if anything, then in that case, if I do draft a guy and that guy ends up starting, then we'll just trade Jordan Mason because I would still get like 5 million from him. And tight ends, because I do need a tight end, and hopefully a pretty good young one. He would be interesting, but he's 26, so I don't quite know how well he would progress. Definitely start, but I'd probably have to overpay a bit. And it's like he could be good. He's 83 speed, 87 excel. Why not? We'll try. We'll try to get him. And if it don't work out, then we'll probably just draft a guy. Because we still have some tight ends, just, as you can see there, not great tight ends. So, try to do this. I'm fine with 10 million a year for him because he should be able to progressively get better, and like if he has good stats, then he should. Plus he's younger too, so he shouldn't go and get hurt anyway. He might say yes. Yeah, he could, but the Commanders have a really good option too. And then we should probably pick up a right tackle since we traded O'Neal. But I don't really like these options that much either. And it'd probably be him because he actually wants to be here, and he's not a terrible overall. He's a 69 overall, so that's not bad. And he's 6'5", 300 pounds. Definitely a fine bridge, but probably should try to draft a tackle. I'm sure he'll say yes too. I think the problem is like, sure, these guys are better, but they don't really want to be here. Plus, they won like 13 plus a year, and like these guys are just slightly better than the guy that I am trying to pick up. That I probably will pick up. So, corner, halfback, tight end, right tackle, QB. And I feel like they all should say yes, except for the tight end, because there's another team that is trying to pick him up too. And honestly, he's probably going to go over there because he doesn't really want to be here. But we will see with this eval. And he said yes. Nice. That's actually really nice. So I think that's all I'll be doing for free agency. It's just these guys. Plus, we already have 51 players, so I'm fine with just the rest of the players I draft be from the players that I'm adding to this team are from the draft, which we'll just wing it. We're gonna wing it, kind of like what the Vikings did this offseason. You know, they trade their, not trade, they cut their general manager and they sign well not sign, they just promote for a moment our cap guy and just kind of winged it in the draft, and so that's what we're gonna be doing. And drum roll. So for this draft, we're gonna be having a lot of picks, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. So
welcome to the NFL Draft.
Skip. Don't care. Skip to my pick. And with the first overall pick, the Raiders select D tackle Nicholas McKee. And just remember, this is a custom draft. This is not the real life draft, which probably I should have used, but that's okay. So I think I'll pick up the right tackle. And drum roll. Thanks, Roger Goodell. I can't wait to see like how the next Madden's thing's gonna be. So, alright, it's a bit of a overdraft, but he's 87 strength. He's pretty fast for a lineman, and he has it in dev, so that's really good. And he's also 22, so that just means he'll be like really good, you know, by the time it's contract time in 3-4 years. His injury is gonna be a bit of a question, but we're just gonna have to hope he don't get hurt. That's biggest problem. I think we'll draft this guy. He's 23, so that kind of sucks, but he's 6 foot and he has just good discipline, so he'll be a star or better. So I think we'll draft this guy. And maybe it's a huge mistake, but you know, that's classic for Vikings. We always like to draft a bit much, but he's 89 excel, so I could only imagine his speed is maybe a bit slower. It shouldn't be that much slower, but I'm fine with that. So I might draft him. I think I'll draft him. That'd be fun. And that's a better pick than the other one, so 87 speed, 88 excel. That's pretty good. Wait, did I miss the Mike's speed that I drafted? Oh, I might have. I hope he's fast. He better be. He's supposed to be. Of course, that should be him. So I'll draft this guy. We're gonna need a safety like that, and wow, he's actually really good. That's really good to see, because he might be a user as well. Yeah, that's not bad. Basically, you know, 90 strength too, and he's already going to be faster than, you know, a lot of the centers or whatever will be on, so that's not bad. We drafted a lot of players, and some of them might just be practice squad players, like he might be. I didn't realize he was going to be a 61 overall, so that kind of sucks, but Um, maybe I might have to pick up another quarterback during before the season starts, but I mean I'm relatively fine with the players we drafted. The best one being the free safety in the second round. So that's good. The tackle is pretty good, and the will is pretty good. DT is pretty solid. Running back is solid. But yeah, just probably two of them are going to be practice squad guys, unless I decide to keep the quarterback on the roster. But yeah. Best player in the draft is an 82 strong safety on the Eagles, so that's great. And a lot of like 77, 78, 79, so that kind of sucks. And it's like I could have got some of them. Like I was kind of thinking about getting this guy, but as like a speed's kind of whatever. But then it's like these guys. That's like I could have got these guys. So that's just like that's unfortunate a bit. But I mean it's fine. We'll still be fine. We'll still be a good team. We're still gonna go to the Super Bowl. But yeah. That's that. The team is set up. We're gonna before I am done, we're gonna look at the big picture offense and defense and special teams. And I mean, I kind of like it. I mean, there's some things about it that are like kind of whatever. Like our starting tight end's a 75 overall, but if we feed him the ball, then he'll be good. And it's like our fullback is a 72, but then again, our starting fullback last year was a 75. So this is gonna be an improvement. Our running back room is kind of but maybe it won't be. If we have a good thing, and then our quarterback room is still kind of especially if JJ gets hurt. So we'll probably have to sign another one. And defensively, I relatively like it. Our D room is pretty solid. Our cornerback room is solid. Our linebacker room is pretty solid. With the youngest guy being the hidden dev guy who will probably be really good. And then our safety room is pretty solid. Although I guess Harrison Smith did retire, so I really did need a safety to draft, and that was good that I still drafted him. And then our special teams room is still this, except we drafted that guy, so that's good. And Will Record's already really good. So yeah, I'm Sam Flying Kite. This was the first episode of my um franchise I'm starting, Vikings rebuild, in which big rebuild because we'll be probably a 81-ish overall team. So yeah, I will see y'all next week for the next episode, which would just be the preseason and maybe the first game. I suppose it depends on how long the preseason gets through. But or maybe it'll just be the first week, not just skip preseason stuff. But anyway, I'll see y'all then. Goodbye.